Farah moved through the crowded subway station, the thick scent of human life pressing in around her. She kept her presence supernaturally muted, just another dark figure among the churning masses, her vampiric gift cast over her like a shroud, keeping her invisible to mortal eyes. A sleek rumble echoed through the underground subway station as Farah traced the movement of her target. The man, broad-shouldered, draped in dark layers that concealed his unnatural aura, glided down the platform, looking more shadow than flesh. An echo from the ancient empire drifted from him, his gaze sharp, the bones of the dead woven into his clothing in ominous designs. They called him Tarsian, a name that spoke of death and ancient magic, a bone whisperer among mortals, a scion of spells muttered from Rome's blood-soaked past. The subway roared in, scattering people with the sharp hissing of its brakes. As the doors slid open, Farah moved silently, slipping into the same car as Tarsian. Her grip tightened on her knives, their edges gleaming with her venomous blood. As if sensing her gaze, he turned and gave her a crooked smile, his lips parting in a whisper only she could hear.
Here, you would bring this game to a crowd of mortals. You're late, Inquisitor.
They won't notice a thing,
she answered as she projected her shroud over him, to ensure both of their presences would remain hidden. Tarsian chuckled, moving his hand with a subtle, dismissive wave, and she felt a faint shift as if the air around him was alive. Passengers moved in and out, mindless of the danger cloaked in shadows around them. The car jolted forward and the train lurched into motion.
I've met ghosts less quiet than you, Spider.
He mocked. But Farah didn't give him time to react further. She swept forward, knives flashing, the scent of venom filling the air around them. In a silent arc, she brought a blade toward his back, only to feel her knife clash against bone. Dark energies rippled from Tarsian as he turned, murmuring a spell under his breath. The bones embedded in his cloak shivered, twisted, and clattered to the floor, reshaping into jagged skeletal figures. They lunged at her with broken arms and fingers like talons. Farah slipped past them, deflecting a bony strike with one knife as she drew another, dipping it in her own blood to renew its venomous edge. Her shroud flickered but held. Passengers remained unaware, heads buried in newspapers and music. The first skeleton sprang forward, its jaws open in a silent scream. Farah sidestepped, driving her knife into the jaw. The venom seeped through, turning the bone black as it disintegrated. Tarsian's grin faltered, his eyes narrowing as Farah sliced through another skeleton with supernatural speed, her blades flashing in the dim light.
You think you can match centuries of bonecraft with a few poison knives?
Tarsian sneered, raising his hands. With a flick of his wrist, he sent a bony spear hurtling towards her. Farah twisted, deflecting it with telekinetic force, her eyes glinting with dark amusement.
You're not leaving here, Tarsian. You'll answer to the tower, one way or another.
She taunted, her voice low and deadly. Passengers shifted around them, oblivious, while Farah danced through the barrage of bones, her venom slicing through the undead soldiers as fast as they formed. One stray skeleton lurched too close to a young man at the back of the car, and Farah struck out with an arc of telekinetic energy, smashing the bones to dust before they could touch him. Tarsian's gaze turned desperate as they neared the next station. He made a break for the door. With a sudden blur of movement, she used her telekinesis to fling herself forward, dodging through oblivious passengers and catching up to him just as the train slid to a stop and the doors opened. They stepped into the station, a crowded platform with people hustling in all directions. As the passengers flowed around them,
Going somewhere?
she murmured, her knife leveled at his throat, venom glistening on its edge. His sneer twisted into a grudging smirk.
One day, Inquisitor, the tower will see you as expendable.
She leaned in, her voice almost a hiss.
Until then, I'll be waiting for the next poor soul who dares cross us.
She tightened her grip, and with a final chilling smile led him off the platform.